Oh my God. To 5. That is disgusting. This product is loaded.
Nobody runs trade nights like we run trade nights. Mr. Trevor Lawrence.
What are we doing?
Let's go! Yes, sir! Amazing. Try to bring that to the next generation and bring it to other people to hopefully inspire them. This is not possible without you.
All right, what's going on YouTube? Card Collector 2 coming at you here with a brand new video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an entire case, another case of Bowman's Best University Football, the latest edition in the college football releases from our friends over at Topps. We're going to rip this entire case, 12 boxes inside, 4 autos per case, and a big time addition to this product. I'll get into that in a second. We'll get this open. We'll rip it up. We'll see what's inside. But we're gonna do some fun stuff with this case because a lot of this stuff, a lot of what you see in today's video, will be available for sale very, very soon. We're gonna get some of this stuff listed very quickly to give y'all a chance at some of the cool stuff we're hitting in these breaks. So with 48 autos, probably going to be some cool things in here. So let's get this open, see what's inside. All right, box number 1. Now, cool addition to this year's Bowman's Best. You've got game-used patch autos. Excited to show you what those look like here, but we've got game-used patch autos in a college football product for the first time in a minute. We'll see what they look like when we find one. Oh my God, holy cow. Right off the rip. Wow. Very first pack. This is Texas Jarek Gibson inscription patch auto. Right off the rip. That is how we start it. But unfortunately, not one of the game use patch autos I will talk about here in a second. There's 2 variations of a patch auto this year in Bowman's Best. One is the horizontal one, as you can see here. A dual patch auto. Those are player worn. However, there's a jumbo patch auto that is a vertical design. Those are all game used. I believe there's a decent amount of players on the checklist that have those as game used. This is not one, but still really, really cool, especially with the inscription. So, what we're going to do, we have a big time whatnot stream coming up, and because we're going to rip a lot of this, 12 boxes, 48 autos or more, duals, triple autos in this, maybe some supers, some logo patch autos with inscriptions, all sorts of stuff. We're going to get a lot of this listed on our website stream, and we're going to put a lot of this up at good deals. So if you see something today, you're like, hey, I want this Jarek Gibson patch auto, I want one of these, we're going to put a lot of this stuff up. But if you see something specific, let us know. I will start adding stuff. By the time this video is live, we will have cards for sale in our upcoming Whatnot stream where I will be live. That is next Thursday. I believe that is the 11th. I'll put the graphic up here. We're going to have some crazy dollar packs, a lot of stuff. But I will start adding this stuff. We'll add some new stuff almost every day where people can get a bunch of this stuff at a good price. Some of it can be up to 50% off market. We're not auctioning these. We're talking buy it now. So if you need a Jaden Baugh rookie, guys on fire for Florida, if you need one of those, we'll get some of them up. If you need a Rocco Becht auto, quarterback at Iowa State, we can get those up. We'll put them up as buy it now so people can get some deals. So use the link. Use the link in our bio. Get $15 off your first purchase. So if you see something on here, might have some, sub $15 deals in this. But we're gonna work on getting a lot of this available. We know people are always asking for some of the stuff we hit, so we'll make a conceited effort to get some of this stuff available. As buy it now is no auction where the price may go a little crazy. We'll do it as a buy it now so people can grab some of this. Now I want to point something out. I think this is a red auto to 5. It's not the name you want, but it's Eric Singleton to 5 for Auburn. So 2 autos to 5 in the first box, and there's a Dante Moore refractor. Love that. So love the start here. Jordan Tyson to 199. One of the best receivers in America. Got to stay healthy, but a big time playmaker. Field Day right there. So you can see a couple of the inserts making the grade. Field Day. So already a fan of this product. We've hit 2 autos to 5 in the first box. We've hit a quarterback. We've hit an inscription. Like, we're just 3 autos in, just 3 packs in. So long way to go, but definitely a great start. Gunnar Stockton. Wow. Wow. How about an on-card auto? I mean, college football cards with on-card autos, game-used patches. I mean, you can tell Topps is making some strides here to improve the college football scene. Got a color match of Moulton, Joey Aguilar, Nate Frazier, Mendoza, so and then a Mensa refractor. So just a few of the highlights after 1 box. Again, if you see something, drop those comments, but I will make sure we have some of this stuff available. There's going to be some good deals, so we're going to put some of this stuff up price to sell where people can get a piece of these rips for an affordable cost. So I'll make sure there's stuff getting uploaded daily so we can have a lot of stuff. I feel like this is the patch auto again. I'm going to save that because I feel like you can feel the top of it. We'll see, but I think that might be the patch auto. DeAndre Moore. So any UT fans? Bennett to 175. Any Texas fans? Because I feel like we've put a lot of Texas stuff so far. One thing about Best that's cool is the checklist is not as extensive as Chrome, so I feel like it's a little bit of a better checklist. Kevin Coleman for Missouri. Wow, that's cool. Whit Weeks gold. Send the house. That's a cool looking insert. To 50 true gold. Kevin Jennings, another send the house. Jaden Greathouse. A lot of house in that pack. Sorry, stop with the dad jokes. Marcel Reed. Hey, Ty Simpson. We'll get that one up. We'll get Ty up. Aiden Childs to 150. Coy Parrish, Lenoris Sellers, some cool inserts. Showpieces, Lenoris. I think Showpiece just has on-card autos. So this should definitely be the patch auto. We'll see if it's one of those fat ones I was telling you guys about. Pitt, Eli Holstein. Don't be Eli Holstein. Oh, phew. Kenny Johnson, 75, but there it is. Game-used memorabilia. Kenny Johnson, right there. There it is. Game-used patch auto. That is cool. Bro Perbula. So not a bad start, but we finally got it. There it is. Game-used patch auto. Love to see that. Hopefully some Buckeyes. I haven't looked a ton at the checklist, but all right, box number 3. Something on card. Hey, Rocco Becht again. On card auto. You just can't beat that. Aiden Childs. Coy Parrish to 250. One of the best defenders in the country. Again, probably Cooper DeJean 2.0. Hey, Carson Beck gold auto to 50. What a start to this case. 8 of 50 on card. Lee Beebe Jr. Jace Brown to 199 for Kansas State. Jared Gibson, more Pavia. Pavia got a shot to win the Heisman. This is a patch auto. You can feel it. Duel. Oh my God, what is that? That's disgusting. To 25. It's not game used, but disgusting patch auto for the Buckeyes to 25. We'll get that up. I know people always say, hey, we need some Buckeye stuff. I know I keep a lot of it for the PC, but I'll make sure I get that up. Jonah Coleman to 175. That's kind of cool. What is this? Stained glass? Oh, no. No, that's... Aiden Childs. I think that was probably some kind of like SP. I've never seen one of those. But Aiden Childs, that's not who you want. They fired their coach. I bet he gets in the portal. Naziah Hunter, one of the 2 decent wide receivers for Nebraska. Dante Moore and Concepcion. All right, well, we're only 3 boxes in at this point. Back 2 Rocco Becht autos. Carson Beck auto, patch auto to 5, another auto to 5 in the same box. Case hit Aiden Childs or SP Aiden Childs. This is fat. Dude, look how fat this patch is. Dude, who is this? Another, like, dual patch auto. Oregon State. Malik Murphy. Oh my god. /5. That is disgusting. Go Beavs inscription /5. This product is loaded. 2 of 5. Former Texas quarterback, I believe. That's our third auto /5. Bryson Washington. There it is. Alright, come on. Number to 25 auto is just Billy Edwards. The Wisconsin offensive room is, yeah, not great. D'Angelo Pons, definitely a dog. Avery Johnson, Nick Harbor, and Jelly. Feel really good about the start. I mean, 4 boxes in, we hit 3 autos to 5. Mark Gronowski, Iowa. Nate Frazier, Joey Aguilar to 75. That's probably decent. Last pack in box 4. Kevin Jennings, again, not terrible play. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so torn. That's a big hit. That just, ugh. Bryce Underwood, 10 of 10. 10 of 10. Again, we need some variety. We need some names to put up on the show. So there you go. That'll a Bryce Underwood to 10 will have to be listed. So if anybody wants it, we'll make sure we get it up on the stream. We'll give out some deals, especially on that stuff. We don't want those. Can't do anything with that. Not for me. Oh, jersey auto. Wisner. Dual. Again, not game used. We've only pulled one of those so far. More. Kevin Jennings, again, to 250. We just pulled an auto. Weird to see the jersey auto on top, though. That's kind of strange, I guess. Udo to 75. Like a purple lava. Nate Frazier to 175. Is he good? I feel like I pull him all the time. Nick Harbor, Bo Perpula. You can tell, though, again, there's not a lot of guys in this checklist. It's a lot of, base, rookies, and inserts. We're seeing the same guys. What is this? 33 of 50. Bo Perpula. On-card gold refractor auto. Bo Perpula to 50. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. A Bryce Underwood refractor and a Quincy Porter refractor. Go box. Got to save the best for last there. Connor Stockton and Barney. We're not even halfway through this case, and it's been loaded, so curious what's in the second half. Gold. Perpula again? Or Ahmad Hardy? I'd probably rather have this. This is one of the best running backs in America. Obviously the best one, I believe. Plays in South Bend for the Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love is his name. Ahmad Hardy, definitely one of the other best running backs. Pavi at a 199. Again, outside shot at a Heisman, but you never know. Caden Lee. 1 box left to be halfway, and this has been a lot of fun so far. A lot of big names, I think. Again, I know a lot of people love the first. I am definitely a big Bowman first guy. Chrome is one of my favorites. Sapphire is probably my favorite. But the ability to pull, not as many lesser names in this, I feel like this checklist is a little bit better. Patch auto. Oh. So used to pulling Boise State and Ashton Genty. That is not Ashton Genty. That is game used, though. Matt Lauder to 75. Don't know much about Matt. Becht. Harrison Wallace to 250. Avery Johnson, Nick Harbor, Dallas Wilson, Harrison Wallace again. All right, 2 game-used patch autos in the first half of the case. Alonza Barnett to 150, blue little. I was going to say color match, but it's not. Madsen to 199. Whit Weeks again, we pulled the gold of that. I think that's definitely what's standing out to me is there's not a huge checklist on this. Definitely a little bit more limited. What the heck is this? Not numbered. Showpieces on card auto of Darian Mensah. Okay, we'll take that. Again, another insert auto. Love to see the variety. Love to see that it's not all just you know, base sticker autos and player use stuff. Like, there's game use, there's on cards, there's inscriptions. It's been a good break so far. DeAndre Moore. I think that's our only duplicate auto so far. Orange. Miller Moss to 25. A lot of low numbered stuff too. All right, we still have 6 boxes. I get that, but let me recap so far. I mean, this is a solid start. This is just some of what we've gotten in 6 boxes. Numbered, game use patch autos, golds, on card, refractors. Bryce Underwood to 10, Perbula to 50, Billy Edwards to 25. Inscription RPAs, like rookie patch autos of guys still in college, inscribed to 5. SP Aiden Childs, Jonah Coleman, Turbo Rogers for the Buckeyes, Carson Beck to 50, Beck auto, Kenny Johnson RPA game used, Ty Simpson, Whitweek's gold, Stockton, Moore, Eric Singleton to 5, Beck, and this is Texas, Jarrett Gibson to 5. What a start, guys. We're 6 boxes in. Still hard to believe we got 6 boxes left. That would seem like a solid case right there, but we're gonna add another 24 autos and hopefully some more heat. All right, let's see how we do right here. That's a good auto. That's a winner right there. How about a Lenoris Sellers auto from Bowman's Best? There it is. Make a second half pile here. To 10, Anthony Hankerson. 2 in a row. This would be a good Oregon State break with Anthony Hankerson and Malik Murphy. Right? Pavia. Quite a bit of stuff. Jersey. That's sick. Reed Harris. Reed Harris, game use patch auto. Boston College. Don't know much about him, but cool card. Bryce. A couple inserts, Concepcion, and more. Not a ton of Buckeyes in this. Quincy Porter, Max Clare, Turbo Rogers. Only guys I've seen so far. Right on cue. Baron Morton. There it is. It's all Texas Tech. Big game this weekend for Tech. Holstein Blue, Kevin Jennings to 150. Udo, Hoover, Wilcox. That's it. 1 left, box number 7. Whitweeks. Don't usually want a lot of defense, but he sells. That is cool. Ty Simpson, true gold to 50. I know he'll get some love. I've heard his name in conversations for the next level. Curious going to see which quarterbacks come out, which quarterbacks get drafted high, like who are some of the chased guys in the 26 draft. You know, Sellers. Does he go out? Does Dante Moore go out? Oh, Vinny Anthony, RPA. Well, that'll be a cheap addition to the show. Lee Beebe. I almost wish it was Mendoza. He's the better selling of the two. Colin Simmons. There it is. Even like a logo patch auto if their game used. I feel like that's what we're missing. Carson Beck again, our second Carson Beck. Well, if you're gonna pull doubles, definitely not the worst guy to hit 2 of. John Mateer. Haven't pulled him yet. A whole lot. Quarterback at Oklahoma. Should be a lock to get in, right? Carson Hansen. Iowa State, Isaac Brown, Stone, Jaden Ball, excuse me. Jaden Ball, dog. Absolute dog. Crazy run last couple weeks for Florida. Blue, on card. Man. Wow, that's a big card. Not one I want, but that's a winner. There it is. 1 first on print. My goodness. Doesn't do it for me. Not for me. So we'll pass this along to a Michigan fan. We'll get this one uploaded. Hopefully someone gets it, but we'll put that on there. First on print color match. Pena to 99. Caden Salter, Frazier, Edwards. Again, if anybody wants any of the rookies, the inserts, that kind of stuff, let us know. going to try to add as much as possible. A couple hundred listings from this this case at some solid deals, so people can get, you know, get some of these new singles at a good price. Braylon Russell, it's to 25. Not the name we want, but definitely not bad. DeAndre Moore, he's all over this product. Mensa to 175. There's Bryce again. Josh Cameron. Don't know a lot about the guys at Baylor. There's a Pavia refractor and another Carson Beck numbered. I don't know much about Pendergrass, and I don't know much about Josh Cameron. I know Sawyer Robertson, but the other two, I don't know as well. Right on cue. How about a Sawyer Robertson to 75? Game used memorabilia. Game used patch autos. Ladies and gentlemen, that's crazy. Shout out to Topps for making that happen. Gold, Devin Dampier. Utah was undefeated earlier in the year, weren't they? I feel like that was a really big deal. All right, Nussmeier, Drake Lindsay, James Peoples. So there is a fourth Buckeye in there. Braylon Russell, it's a 99. Hit an auto of him at a 25 and an auto at a 99. Same box. 3 left. 3/4 of the way through this case. Feeling pretty good. 3 autos to 5. Thought I caught the patch auto. Definitely did not. Feeling pretty good. Wish we had a better case hit than, or a SP than Aiden Childs. But need a dual, triple. Haven't got either of those yet. No duals, no triples, no supers. So we'll see if we get lucky. Oh, dude. I don't want either one of them, personally. You guys know that. I'm very honest about my feelings towards this team. But Mikey Keene, that's bad. Josh Cameron, Kevin Jennings to 250, Jaden Baugh. I like those inserts. Got like the horse, or the chess piece in the back, I think. Workhorse. It's like kind of like a chess piece, but it's clearly a horse. Max Clare, go Bucks. Now Isaiah Hunter, another double. So that's our third double. Miller Moss. Hunter, the kid for Texas, and Carson Beck. I think we had 2 Rocco Becks. They were just different. K-Tron Allen, the better of the 2 Penn State running backs. The better of the 2. Falk, Udo, Hoover, Billy Edwards, Avery Johnson. I think the patch autos are the only thing so far. It's cool that they're game used. I love that. I will never argue. But I haven't had any sick patch autos that are game used. That's what I wish I would have had so far. Concepcion, auto for A&M. Dante Moore in the shimmer. We'll take it. Taylor to 199. Carson Beck. 2 left. Wow. Which half is better? The first half, second half? Second half had the Underwood, probably the bigger name, but the first had 3 autos to 5. So, you know, which one do you like? That's the winner. We'll see. 2 boxes left to maybe change this case. Coy Eakin, Texas Tech. Darius Taylor. Dante Moore. We'll take Bryce. Oh, come on, big hit. Where are we at? Purple. Coy Parrish to 75. We'll take that. That's a winner. That is a winner for sure. Got to get that one up. Drake Lindsay, 199. James Peoples. All right, 2 packs left in this box. Patch auto in the last pack. Green. Bryson Washington. I literally said, I don't know these other guys from Baylor. Can't make this up. Like I'm cursed now. I got to pull the Baylor guys. Yeah, patch auto right here. I think it's a dual. Beck? Yep. Wow. 3rd Carson Beck auto of the case. Player worn, dual, patch auto. More Carson Beck. Again, that's the thing about best is the checklist isn't 200 guys. You know what I mean? This is a dimmed, fine-tuned checklist. So it's not as many, fluff names, and I think that's nice. I think for somebody that likes to rip the college stuff, like I do. game use patch autos are fun, but they're not fun when they're guys you never heard of. So I think it's cool that the checklist is a little diluted. 1 of 50. 1 of 50 auto. Auburn. No, I don't know. I don't know a lot about Keldrick. Not a guy I know a lot about. But it's to 50. Josh Hoover color match to 75 is kind of cool. Eli Stowers, Miller Moss. That's it. I don't think there's a patch auto on this one. Moulton for Iowa. Madsen. Dampier again. That's sort of like our second or third Dampier numbered card. For Bula. Dante Moore. Patch auto is definitely right there. We'll do that last. Last pack of the break. 12-box case. Come on. Big hit. Big hit. Colin Simmons. Good. Not who I want, but a good player. Mensa on the shimmer. All right. Here it is. Last box. Last pack. Remember, we'll have some of the stuff up now, so if you see something you want, get on there. We'll be adding to make sure we've got some cool stuff. That's a good one. This dude's stuff's on fire. That is how you end the case. It may not seem like much, but this guy's been on a tear. Sapphire Auto out of 25 just did like 200. His stuff has exploded. That's probably 100 plus. So we'll get that one listed pretty quickly because that should do pretty well. Preston Stone. I thought it was Josh Hoover. Sorsby, Levitt, and that is how it ends. No Mendoza. We did get Underwood. Couple patch autos. No logo patch autos. I thought that was one thing I was hoping for a little bit more of, was like some crazy logo patch, but feel really good. This is the second half of the case. On cards, game used, variety, low numbered. No duals, triples, no 101s, but for a case with no 101s, I feel really good about this. Again, we'll see how we do, but going to get a lot of this stuff listed. So if you guys see something, our loss, your gain. This stuff will be up. There's variety. There's a lot of QBs. There's SPs. There's plenty of autos to 5. We'll get it listed down below. Let me know which college product you guys want to see us rip next. We've got a lot of stuff out. There's more stuff coming soon. We're not far from NT Collegiate. Best is the latest from Topps. Drop the comments below. Let us know. For now, that is all I got. Peace, guys.